The power of strategic relationships. We are in a world where the business landscape is evolving very fast, and you, as a business, you require a driving force to propel you to different heights. And the strategic relationships involves some collaborative boards between companies, between nonprofits, and even between individuals. And you'll find that they boost competitive advantage, they foster competition, they foster innovation, and they promote sustainability. So, strategic relationships are like bringing the A team together. They allow organizations to combine their strengths. I want to relate on a personal level a strategic relationship I have had in the last, let's say, 10 years. I Let's say five. The community where I come from, in the rural area, there was a program by one of our former president that was called the last mile connection of electricity to all the homes. Our area was connected power, but about six homes, one of them being my ancestors or my parents' home, was not connected. We tried to contact the local member of parliament through the PA. We were being given non-ending promises. Nothing was happening. One time, during one of the meetings I attended, I came to contact and to get the contacts, one of the strategic advisors of that particular president, just by default. And I engaged this particular person. So I went home over one of the Christmas. And, the whole area community, our neighbor on the upper side have power. We don't have power, plus six other homes. And therefore, by the time I came back from Christmas around the 28th of December, I shot an email to this particular strategic advisor of our former president. And I had taken the Google positions, the Google points of the closest transformer, our home, and the names of the five neighbors plus ourselves, and given the contact details of one of the five. That was around 28th of December. Now, of course, the gentleman was very courteous and very kind. Within 24 hours, he came back. He gave me the email of the chairman of our power and lighting company in Kenya. And he told me he had also sent the same mail to him. But he said because of issues of forgetting, I should be able to email directly to them and also copy him. So I did that. Come January, around 6th, I got an email coming through from me, on my email that my case had been taken up by the local office and they are following it up. It was back and forth. It wasn't easy. At one point, I got information from a senior official from the company that there was no money, and that our families, those particular old men and women in the local, and we are talking about octogenarians and septuagenarians, they needed to give 70,000 Kenya shillings. Maybe that could be around $500 per family to be able to be connected. Whereas the last mile project that the president had initiated, they were not supposed to pay a coin. The money was supposed to be recovered from their monthly bill. So the monthly bill plus there was some money put on top to be able to take care of the connection. So over a period of like 2 years or 3 years, one will be able to, that money will be recovered. So in short, what I'm saying is that by February, to cut the long story short, February of the following year, we are talking about December 28th, the first email, February 6th, the 6 families were connected to the Kenyan grid at no cost for their money to be recovered. I'm talking about a strategic relationship. Honestly enough, I later on shot an email to that particular strategic advisor of the former president, and I gave him my thanks, and I said the old men had really appreciated and they were grateful. So there is power in having a strategic relationships. 5 ways of building strategic relationship. Number 1, you must know what you have to offer. By the way, in this particular case, I was virtually a citizen, and I think this particular strategic advisor related with these old men. Maybe he looked at them as they were their parents. So maybe what you were offering was just social capital. So as you connect to your strategic partner, know what you are offering. Of course, for them, they were offering me the connection to the national grid, which happened. The second important thing about building a strategic relationship is understand the personality of the person you are building the relationship. This particular strategic advisor, what I came to learn about him later, is a corruption-free individual. So he didn't want any money. We didn't give money. And those people who are conversant with power connection, especially in most African countries, sometimes you have to grease, you have to corrupt to be connected. This individual didn't ask even for a single coin. In fact, so you should understand the personality type of the person you are dealing with and figure out what motivates them. For him, I think he has reached a point whereby he was being motivated by self-actualization. So ensure you understand throughout the time you have that particular relationship what drives this individual. The third important thing to drive or to develop a strategic relationship is be ready to ask questions and provide ideas. I had done my homework. When I went home, I took the photo of I took a photo of the transformer, the Google point locations. I gave the distances between our home and the homes around to the nearest, which was about 600 meters, which they say you should be able to be connected without a problem. Therefore, the transformer was on location. It was just an issue of pulling the wires and putting in the posts. That's where the major issue was, and digging those holes. So you must be able to provide ideas and also ask the right question. So it means you must be able to share your struggles as a business and as an individual to this particular strategic partner. Fourth important thing to build a strategic relationship is sometimes send an email. We are now in the era of cell phones, WhatsApp messages. You can never defeat the ability and the power of an email. Yeah, it still retains some element, and even sometimes even send a letter, like now a card. Yeah, that challenges me. I should be able to send him. Of course, I was able to send him an email to thank him, but maybe even a small snail mail. Physical is still king. As much as we are going digital, physical, that physical contact with your strategic partner is still king. It is still gelling. It is still making it. Last tip on how to build strategic relationships is be willing to end a strategic relationship. Maybe the strategic relationship that is meant forever is marriage. And I've seen them, especially in the Western communities, they are breaking left, right, and center. But ensure that you understand the life of that relationship. Be ready and willing, but always edit on a positive note. Stories has been told, more than one. Our current deputy president in Kenya was relating the other day that the current minister or CS of education was his boss at one point. Today, he is now the boss of his former boss. So always end your strategic relationships on a positive note, because you never know. You never know. Some of them may end tragically because maybe you have gone different ways. Give yourself a period of mourning. Don't send any negative messages to them. Always ensure that you end the strategic relationship on a positive note. Remember, if this is your first time on this particular channel, hit that particular subscription button so that anytime we post some new videos to build each other in business, you are the first one. And also share within your community. Let's build this particular community. God bless.